Hello everyone, this is our presentation. Our topic is the purchase of forgetting. My name is Jiehui+Yan. My partner's name is Yuxian. Now let's start. This is the concept of forgetting. The forgetting is inability to recognize and memorize the material, or fails to recognition and recall. It is divided into two types. The first type is temporary forgetting. Temporary forgetting is something in our memory we can't remember it, but under some conditions we can recognize or recall. This is permanent forgetting. Permanent forgetting refers to the permanent inability to recognize or recall. What affects our memory? Memories are affected by these factors. And there are 4 theories about forgetting. The first theory, it is said that the memory in brain disease over time. This process is similar to a painted photograph, which gradually turns yellow and blues over time. It told us if we want to remember something for a long time, we should reliving in time. This is the interference theory, and it was divided into 2 parts. The first part is retroactive interference. Retroactive interference refers to the interference of the previously learned connected by the later learned contact. The other is proactive interference. Proactive interference is when something learned before influences with something learned later. These two parts of inference is opposite. And this is the repression theory. It was first discovered by Freud. These information stored in unconscious. We cannot record them or remember them. Cause that phenomenon is by emotional or motivational representation. It's just like our dream. When we were dreaming, something we have experienced but we cannot remember, it may be occurred in our dream. And this is the 4th part of cue-dependent forgetting. It is if something we can't remember and we cannot recall them back, and it means we can't find the way to recall. The way is the cues. If we want to remember something, we need cues. And this part will be shared by Yuxian.
I will talk the solution to overcome forgetting. The nature and quantity of the recording materials is very important. It is generally believed that skilled action and image material is forgotten slowly, while meaningless materials is much faster than meaningful material. In equal learning, the more memorizing material, the faster forgetting, and less material is slower forgetting. Therefore, learning according to the nature of materials to determine the number of learning. Generally, do not be greedy for fast. Second, moderate excessive learning. It is generally believed that the knowledge of the material cannot reach the standard in the first recite, called low learning material. If we can reach and continue to learn for a period of time, this material is called excessive learning material. Experiments have proved that low-degree learning materials are easy to forget, and over-learning materials remember better than materials that can be recited. The first condition of fighting against forgetting is the review after organizing the memory. Review has a great role in maintaining it. The repetition of the stimulus is a condition for the transformation of short memory to long memory, and it is impossible without reiterated information to enter low memory. Fourth, serious location of the material. In general, the beginning part of the serial material is the most easy to remember, followed by the end part, and the backward content in the middle is easy to forget. The reason is that the before and after the learning materials are interfering with each other. The materials learned in front are disturbed by the later learning materials. The following learning materials are disturbed by the previous materials, and the middle materials is disturbed by the front and rear two parts of the learning materials. So, it is more difficult to remember and easier to forget. And fifth, pay attention to brain health. Human brain cells have no regenerative capacity. According to statistics, people after 18, about 1,000 cells develop disorders per hour, and nearly 9 million nerve cells lose within a year. Therefore, paying attention to brain nutrition and proper rest is also beneficial to enhance memory. Severe malnutrition, especially the lack of protein, will retard memory. In addition, drug use, alcoholism, and brain trauma can bring back effects on memory. So, conclusion, we have introduced 4 aspects in this video. First, we taught the concept of forgetting, inability to recognize and recall memorized material, or false recognition and record. It is divided into temporary forgetting and permanent forgetting. So there are 2 types of forgetting: temporary forgetting and permanent forgetting. And then we talked about what affects our memory. There are 4 theories talked about that, such as extinction theory, interference theory, repression theory, and cue dependence forgetting theory. And last, we want to find out some solution to overcome this problem. we should take important that the lectures and quantity of the recording materials, and also moderate excessive learning is very important. And then we should organize effective reviews. Serious location of the material is important for forgetting, and then we have to pay attention to brain health. That's our presentation. Thank you for listening.